What's up, Glee booties? We're back, and what you missed on Glee was the untitled Rachel Berry project, which should have been written by Mary Holleran, or whatever her name was, who was horrified by, yet also moved by Rachel's cover of Pink's Glitter in the Air. And Kurt sang American Boy and grabbed his crotch. And that's what you missed on Gleeboot.
Gleeboot.
Yeah.
And they did like a weird line dance with Shirley MacLaine.
Oh, yep.
Who will probably never be seen again.
Yeah.
I kind of hope not. She made me really uncomfortable the entire time, and I don't know why.
Rich white woman saves gay boy.
Saves upper middle class gay boy.
Yes, exactly.
Who's part Filipino. But is
IRL.
he in the show?
We don't know.
We don't know. Well, I think
yeah.
when we meet his mom later, she's white.
We meet his mother? What?
And
Blaine
I think
has parents?
Yeah, and she's, should I tell you who plays Blaine's mom? Or do you
Well,
wanna
I'm
find
not
out
gonna
later?
know anyway.
I want to be surprised.
You won't guess it. Let me just tell you that.
Okay, wait, let me see if I can guess it. It's not Shania Twain. I don't know. Patricia Heaton, who nobody likes anymore, I don't think.
Do people,
Right?
I don't think she's full on canceled.
Right? Patricia Heaton?
She's
don't know
like
who this is.
conservative. Is she a Trump supporter? Let's see.
Probably. Whoa, she was born in Cleveland? That's crazy. I had no idea.
She was in headlines because she was mad that they didn't cast Tim Allen in Lightyear. And I'm like, you should be more mad that that movie exists.
Well, she says, apparently, according to the New York Post and New York Daily News, that Tim Allen's Lightyear legend was castrated. Let's not talk about Patricia Heaton. She triggers me.
That's implying that the film, in fact, is male.
Well, Buzz Lightyear is male, but he doesn't have a penis. He's a toy.
But
Unless-
that's true.
Well, no, in real life, he was a man.
Well, that's okay. That's
Okay,
He's a
am
toy.
I the only one who thinks that it's weird that they decided to make a movie about the supposed real man behind the toy, a fake toy?
yes.
Isn't that weird?
That's weird.
Wait.
I'm so
Well,
glad
the
that Chris Evans
premise-
keeps getting work, though. I love him. He finally got everything he ever wanted when he joined the BuzzFeed puppy interview thing. I don't know if you guys saw it. It was delightful.
No, I didn't see it.
You need to see it.
Okay.
Here's my thing. There was a Buzz Lightyear movie and cartoon when I was a kid. It has a ride at Disneyland and Disney World and Disneyland Paris and maybe other places. Where like it gave Buzz Lightyear his backstory. He like was in Star Command. There was like a blue princess. There was a big goofy alien, and there was a little wisecracking robot. And they all did little missions together. And there was like the planet where the aliens were from, and they had like a hive mind. Like, I'm not saying this was like amazing. It was fine. I liked it as a kid, and that was his backstory. Why are we rebooting this backstory? It already has a ride.
Wait, so is it? That's not what's in the movie, I'm guessing.
No.
Okay. I don't know. Haven't seen the movie.
See, the movie has, apparently it's gonna have a lesbian kiss. And part of me is like, I guess maybe I need to support the gays. But that is that conflict
Maybe.
with my direct and very strong desire to be doing anything other than watch that movie.
Listen, I'll go see anything Pixar, which probably I should have a different stance on that. But I like Pixar movies, okay?
Is it Pixar?
Yeah, I think it's Disney Pixar.
Like, I just like, we always go on these tangents, but like,
I know. We're not even, this is a tangent and we haven't even started yet.
but like,
Maybe
I
I'm wrong. Could
I
be
just
wrong.
like,
Yeah, it's Disney Pixar.
That's what I thought. But the thing is, when I first saw the trailers, I had no idea it was Buzz Lightyear. But I was like, this is a really cool concept of a spaceman done by Disney Pixar. I just wish that maybe it wasn't a white man. And then I found out it was Buzz Lightyear, and I was like,
You didn't get that by the title Lightyear?
It was the teaser. They only show the title at the end.
Got
Hannah
it.
is throwing shit.
Well, no, because you said you saw the trailer and like presumably you would get to the end of the trailer and be like, I was like, wait, you're still confused by the end of that? Got it.
No, I got there. But I still wish that they would have done this story with anyone other than a white man.
There's a black female lesbian sidekick though, so it could.
I disagree.
Representation,
Just make
I
her the main
guess.
character.
Yeah, I am exhausted by the existence of that movie, almost as exhausted as by the existence of Top Gun Maverick and that
Hey, I
Facebook.
like that. I saw it and I liked it. So
Well, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
I'm
my
sorry you
my
liked it.
condolences. I had to read a Facebook post. I had to skim read a Facebook post that said that like it was a movie where arrogance was merited and rewarded, and it was like based on the Bible, and it was like good values in Hollywood, not trying to be leftist. And this movie is also like based on money, a military propaganda piece, but we'll not go there. But I just like I was screaming. They were like,
but did you actually see the movie?
no, I had to read an awful Facebook post about it, and I'll
Then
never
why
recover.
did you read it? Why? Why did you
Because
read the
I
awful
saw
Facebook
it.
post?
I didn't read it. I skimmed it.
Yeah.
But they were like,
It is way better than the first Top Gun. I'm gonna say that. And it was fun to watch.
we've
for me.
talked about how they replaced the woman.
Yeah.
We talked about that, and
Mhm.
then there's also this person was like, it's not about dumb parents while children save the world, and I'm like, have you read, I don't know, something from 1400? Like that's an old trope, bitch. Like I'm just like so exhausted by these media commentators who claim to stand for traditional values. Well, like, I mean, they couldn't tell you anything about like the culture they allege to be representing. They allege to represent traditional white culture, but they couldn't tell you anything about Hanover. Like, come on. Like, okay. So I'm drinking strawberry hibiscus. We're doing what we're drinking first before we even say what we're talking about. You know what we're talking about. You clicked on the episode.
That's true. That's true.
Wow, so aggressive. I'm drinking the thing I always drink. It's
So what you
Topo
got,
Chico.
seltzer. Every time I see you in the store, I'm like, for Hannah.
Pour one
I'm
out.
drinking something I've never bought before, but is actually really good, which is Mickey's Fine Malt Liquor. It comes in these little green bottles, which look like barrels.
So are you just drinking it straight? Like from the
Yeah.
bottle? Is that
Yeah.
how like it's supposed to be drank?
I don't know.
'Cause
But it
I don't think I've
tastes
ever
good.
had malt liquor. I don't know.
It's like
It tastes like beer. I don't know, like
as they say
Yeah.
in the Heights, tonight we're drinking straight from the bottle in the champagne song.
I feel like it is
Yeah.
because like you can just order it, right? So
Yeah, that looks like it looks right.
yeah.
I mean, it's small. It looks like you're like a little sippy cup for adults.
Okay. It's about the same size as a can of beer, I would say.
Is it? It literally
Yeah.
looks like it's teeny.
Well, yeah. This is, I mean, it's a
I
little fatter than
guess.
can of beer. No, I
Okay,
think it's
yeah.
about the same size.
Yeah, I think
It
you're
doesn't
right.
actually say on the bottle though how many ounces. Oh, 12 fluid ounces. So yeah. But it doesn't say the alcohol content.
Yeah, they don't want you to know that.
Meanwhile, I'm just drinking 2 of these fine malt liquors over here. Come to find
The
out,
percentage- The percentage is don't drive home.
All right, so we are here. We made it through season 5, guys. Give ourselves a round of applause.
Yeah, my pulse is still going.
Hannah made it.
I will be starting a cult in order to revive my spirit. I will not be joining Jared Leto's cult because
Wait, how does that work?
Morbius was not good. I'm
No,
going to-
Morbius Morbius was so good. They should re-release it again.
I am going to go to Eleusis in Greece, and I'm gonna revive the cult of Demeter and Persephone.
Okay, I'll be there.
Yeah, and we don't know what they did because they were so good at keeping the mystery. It was a mystery religion. We don't know what they did back then, but I'll just come up with some stuff, maybe modernize it. # mystery cult.
Hashtag mystery cult.
And
It's
I'll
like
just
Fight Club.
Yeah, and I'll just be revived. I'll just connect with the ancient
The earth.
ancient culture, the spirits.
So like meditation and like astral projection into the spirit realm in which you meet the gods and goddesses.
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
The first
Yeah.
rule of mystery cult is there are no rules. You
There
can
are
do
no
what you
rules.
want.
And we of the Celtic persuasion call the astral realm the other world. That's where the fairies live.
Fairies live in the astral realm?
Well, they live under the ground, but in like another world. Time's different, like in Narnia.
I don't know. It's been a
Yeah.
long time since I saw that season of True Blood.
The one where
Portal into
Suki's a
different
fairy.
dimension.
Yeah, it's that show is bananas.
Yeah,
It-
I watched the first few episodes with someone who ghosted me, and they were pretty good. But
Listen, I think the first like 3 seasons of that show are really solid, but then it's just like, whoa.
I
not.
tried. Is that the one where she has to choose between Damien and some other person?
no, that's Vampire Diaries.
Okay, I
Yes.
get
They
them
were
all
coming out
confused.
around the same time, so that is a
Yes.
very valid confusion.
But
Like,
the difference between Vampire Diaries and True Blood is that True Blood is on HBO, so they get to say the fuck word, and they get to have really hardcore sex. Well, not really hardcore, but like
it was more adult oriented too.
It is
whereas
very adult.
Vampire Diaries was like a Riverdale.
do you know
kinda.
when True Blood came out? It was like 2008. That's when I started watching it. When I was in 8th grade.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
my
I'm
gosh,
just
that was-
starting to watch Outlander now. That has some spicy scenes. Let me
I
tell
know.
you.
I think my mom stopped watching it because it was kind of spicy.
It was too spicy for your mom.
Yeah, she's like too much. No.
Not too spicy for my mom.
Oh, Bev.
There we go. So my mom liked a picture on the Gleeboot Instagram, just of the picture I posted of us from the first weekend where we did the podcast. I did not know my mom followed the Gleeboot Instagram.
Uh-oh, Cullen got caught. I mean, I do all the social media. Listen, I do all the social media. Cullen is a perfect angel.
I did not make the joke about communion being a form of bottoming. Not me.
I don't know about that. Yeah, Jesus said, "Eat my body." So
He said it.
Hmm?
Yeah. All right. So we thank you, Glee Booties. We had a record turnout in this ballot.
Yeah, everyone has very strong opinions about season 5. I think it's what it is.
Yeah, I'm feeling that as well.
We also posted about it multiple times where sometimes we would just say it in the episode.
Yeah.
Though, sorry, I think we said in the episode that's coming out this weekend, please vote. But because of recording schedule, we'll have this will have been recorded.
We're really organized.
So yeah, we have 37 votes.
It's a lot.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is 17 more than last season.
It's a lot of votes.
Yeah.
I can't even like conceptually count that high. Actually, I can if I divide it into 10. When I say conceptually, I mean like visualize the number.
Got it. Okay.
yeah,
I was like, Alyssa, do we have
like-
to have a talk?
I was like, Alyssa's like a pretty functioning person. Like, I
To be
lived with her,
fair,
I know
I'm
she pays her
pretty sure
bills.
that I have the thing where your numbers like
oh, me
get all
too.
mixed up.
Number dyslexia. It's not called that, but that's kind of what it is.
It's like dysnumerous.
Yeah.
Yes,
or
dysnumeria, something like that.
Yeah, I think that's
Interesting.
not it, but I'm pretty sure that I have that.
Dysnumeria sounds like the daughter of like an evil sorcerer. She's a Cyber Chase villain.
Oh my gosh, yes, she would be.
You know, before we get into the ballot, I do want to say that as a child, I had a very unhealthy fixation on Cyber Chase. We'll keep going.
Dyscalculia.
That's just
Okay.
Maria's sister.
Number dyslexia or math dyslexia?
Yeah.
Dyscalculia.
Yep.
Can you be dyslexic for numbers? I love Google's people always ask function. Because it makes me think of like, because like dyslexic has, every time I see it, I see the word sex in it. I don't know why. Maybe I'm kind of dyslexic. But that made me think, can you be sexy for numbers?
Yes, you can. Michael in season 2 of the Glee Project.
Literally
Math is
cannot remember.
sexy.
Oh,
What?
okay, I remember.
I am sure there's a kink. for
There's
that.
been a lot of YouTube videos about the Glee Project coming out, and part of me is like, well, I could watch this, but I'm like, you know,
There's one. It's called The American Tragedy, and it's
Yeah.
been on my dashboard for so long, and I'm like, I need time away from Glee before I watch probably what is a great video. Shout out to that person who made it.
So Rafa has been watching Awkward MTV. I mentioned that before. Like an evil love interest, like the bad boy love interest, who is like in her writing class and into drugs, was Hunter Clarrington of the Warblers. I was like, that's Hunter Clarrington, and Rafa was like, okay, and I'm like, he sang Whistle.
I was like, okay.
I'm like, I want you to think of that in every scene he's in.
Yeah.
And then Brett is on it now.
Wow.
On
Lots of
Awkward?
Glee.
Yeah, I'm like, girl has been okay. I guess by the time she was on Riverdale, she was playing an adult, not a teenager. But I'm like, girl has been in every teen show.
Interesting. I don't remember. Anyway.
Yeah. Season 5 ballot. You know, I'm just gonna say it now. I think season 5 is gonna be the worst season. I think,
Yeah.
you know, and I'll give them some understanding in that they had to basically rewrite a whole season of television. You know, like that couldn't have been easy for the actors, the writers, just everyone. Like, I'm sure there was a lot of stress and sadness on set, you know. And so for the circumstances, you know, they created something, and you know, there's always honor in that. Was what they created good? I'm gonna say no. Did it have good moments? Yeah.
Sure.
I don't remember any.
But was
this ballot was so hard to fill out.
But was this like the worst season by a
I
long
really
shot?
hope
Yes.
so. I really hope it was the worst season.
Yeah, because we still have one more.
I know.
We have one more, but from what I know of it, is it's so weird that it's like more entertaining.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of these episodes committed the crime of being boring.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd take
completely filler.
Yeah, like filler, but not even with a main plot to wait for. Like, oh, I just have to wait for the filler to get to it. Just like filler till they run out of episodes in the season.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it reminded me of like a plot, something I might write in grad school because I just needed to turn it in. Like,
what? We never did that.
Sorry, I don't know what you're talking about.
It is 2 a.m. It is due at class at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Rachel has a dog charity. Mercedes is waiting till marriage. So
Kurt has nothing going for him, so he joins an elderly group's version of Peter Pan. And then they all sing at Rachel's dog charity to bring it on home.
And Rachel goes like, yay. And please fucking end this shot. I just, you know, check out the TikTok. I've been trying to make content, and I did make one of that season 7, the Riverdale musical should be them doing a stage production of Glee. And I did one of those filters on like what Riverdale character is playing what Glee character. Some hot takes, lots of double casting. It's an avant-garde production.
I would expect nothing less for Riverdale.
Yeah. So okay, characters. Oh my gosh, we got one more. We have 38 responses now.
What?
They're coming in. They're still coming in. Hold the ballot boxes. Thank you to that person specifically.
Okay, so our first category, most annoying New Yorker. We got one vote for Elliot Starchild.
What?
I know. Someone doesn't like Adam Lambert.
No.
That's so rude.
We got two votes for Artie Abrams.
Wholeheartedly.
Wholeheartedly.
Wholeheartedly. I felt that so hard. Oh, that was great. I love that one. Wholeheartedly.
Artie, Mercedes, and Kurt, 2 votes each.
I'm sorry, wait, say that again?
Artie, Mercedes, and Kurt each got 2 votes.
Mercedes?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to be
What'd she
fair,
do?
I think she's on this list specifically because she's calling herself a New Yorker, or we're calling her a New Yorker, but she's not. I mean, none of them are, but she's there temporarily.
Yeah. And then we got 5 votes for Blaine.
Oh, wow.
I Blaine tested.
Oh, yeah,
That was rough. That was Blaine character assassination.
it was.
Mm-hmm.
That was a blastination. A
Right?
Blaine assassination.
A
A blas-
blassination. A blassination. A blastination.
And then coming in, zooming into first place with 26 votes is the one and only Rachel Berry.
Duh.
Like,
Yeah.
Who else?
pretty obvious there.
I think there was maybe like 2 episodes where we were like, oh, she's not horrible. Like she's being a somewhat normal person, or oh, she had her
Mhm.
opening night. Good for her. That was it.
Yeah, other than that, she was talking about her town car. She was telling Mercedes to break up with Sam.
She was constantly going back and forth between like bullying Kurt about, and this is actually part of also season 4, I think, about how great she is, and then just like learning that she needs to be nicer and that she needs to stop being a diva, and that was just repetitive this whole season and part of last season.
And the dog thing, the ditching her own performance.
Yeah, this season she was like a full-time diva and she was dishonest.
Yeah, and she wasn't even an underdog anymore. So like
No. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I think it's safe to say that we all picked Rachel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the host ballot, 100% Rachel.
Unanimous.
Yeah. Okay, so here's a complicated question. Appearances can be deceiving. Newbie that felt like the biggest waste of time.
Wow. So what's really interesting about this is
that I was very lazy and didn't change the pictures.
No, I'm looking at our responses and we all picked someone differently.
Oh.
But the listener responses, it's very interesting. It's kind of like everybody.
So we got
I don't have it open.
We have 1 vote for Unique. Which, I mean, that must be the same person that voted for Elliot, because that take is just wrong.
I mean, I guess
wrong.
it depends on how you define like the biggest waste of time.
That's true, because Unique,
yeah.
all Unique really got to do was like catfish and not be allowed to use the bathroom.
And that was this season, right? Season 5.
Catfish was 4, and then bathroom was this season.
Right.
That's
okay.
all Unique really got to do. And like,
yeah,
Unique has a lot of potential that wasn't utilized.
Unique has so much potential. So
Unique barely got to exist this season.
Yeah.
True.
So I think like if that's where that person's coming from, I totally understand it. If that's not where you're coming from, let us know. We would love to hear from you because it is pretty a spicy take.
Kitty
But yeah.
Wild, the terrorist.
Just learned that her last name was Wild. Hate that.
She has 2 votes, and really all she did this season, I guess, so she dated Artie and lied about it, and then got him into film school, or like sent his application or announced his acceptance into film school. No, that was last season. So really, this season she just dated him and lied about it. She felt bad
that's
for
true.
Tina. And in her backstory, she had like a religious experience, but it's a non-canon backstory.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of inclined to think that maybe that part is somewhat canon because it does feel like she had a really weird change of character, and it like in season 4, and we were just kind of comes out of nowhere. So maybe that part's semi-canon. I'm actually surprised she didn't get more votes, but I think it is like that residual stuff from season 4.
I'm just now realizing that I smushed season 5 and season 4 together with all of their stories.
Well, it's so easy to do because the way the school year goes, and then you have like Glee 2.0 and they're in New York. Like this season is so disjointed.
Yeah.
So I don't know if my answer is quite accurate at this point.
The newbies don't even appear late. Like they just like they're barely there at the beginning, and then they diminish, and they're gone.
Yep.
They diminish and fade into the west and remain Galadriel. You know, like they don't do it. Like it's so anticlimactic. They say Sue can't take that away from us, and then other people graduate.
Yeah.
Jake got 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will agree in that, you know, all this season did was really ruin his character development.
Yep.
Yeah.
8 votes for Marley.
Wow. I mean, what did Marley do this season? She was
cheated
bullied by her teacher. She's a punching bag.
I guess Mercedes gave her that pep talk, but she didn't even have a single solo at nationals.
Yeah.
I almost voted for Marley.
Didn't the last time she had a solo, she fainted and caused them to almost lose? It's all her fault.
She sang All or Nothing at the end of season 4 with Blaine.
Don't remember that.
Yeah, I don't either.
That's literally the picture in the ballot.
All or Nothing.
Her song. They sang her song that she wrote.
Yeah,
no,
her song.
Don't. Suki, no.
She trying to solve those puzzles?
No, she was trying to rub her face on my water bottle. It was open.
And knock it over. Ha 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 ha.
And then we got 24 votes for Ryder Lynn.
Big surprise? No.
Yeah, he is the most vanilla. You know, I have a friend who's very classic, very standard. And, you know, I sometimes call him the best the straight community has to offer. And I would really say Ryder Lynn is I almost said he's the worst the straight community has to offer. But that wouldn't be fair. He's the most mediocre.
Yeah. Most generic, maybe.
He's very boring.
It's like someone's like, to describe Ryder to me, he's a boy. He's white.
He's a white boy.
A handsome white boy who plays sports.
And is also musically inclined.
Gifted. And he goes to church, even though that's never mentioned except for one scene where he's trying to convince a girl to date him.
That's it.
So host votes.
We are all split.
Again.
All split. Who voted for Ryder?
I did. That was me.
I mean, I considered it. I can't fault you for that vote, you know.
It was between Ryder and Marley for me.
Interesting.
But like I said, like I smushed season 4 and 5 together in my brain. So I think if I was thinking about just season 5, I might have gone with Marley.
Yeah.
But like, what does what Ryder does this season, he like aggressively sings that song at Marley to get her to go out with him and like post their date on Instagram.
Yeah, he gets real creepy.
He does.
And it doesn't, and he gets mad at Jake for cheating on her.
But we're not talking about who's the worst person. We're talking
The
about
waste of time.
the waste of time.
Yeah.
But like that doesn't go anywhere, right? I guess it goes that
Yeah.
he tells Jake we need to help Marley, and then they go tell Mercedes. But like
Does
we get
Unique have a storyline in this season at all?
the
The
bathroom.
bathroom one where she
Yeah,
gets a porta potty delivered right in the middle of
The choir
the
room.
choir room.
Yep, I remember. That was actually
Yeah.
an interesting storyline. So I wouldn't go with Unique.
Yeah, so Ryder and like that, all that stuff with Marley never gets resolved.
Mhm.
Never goes anywhere.
Yeah.
So that is a waste of time. So
Yeah.
Hannah, you voted for Jake.
Yeah, he was unlikable when we first meet him in season 4. He grows into a nicer person. He's trying to have this relationship with Marley, and then that just comes crashing down in this season. He completely reverts back because it's convenient for the writers or whatever situation was going on behind the scenes, and it really felt just like we wasted our time with him, which is so unfortunate because all of these characters I think had potential.
Yeah.
It was just completely wasted. So Jake is the one that stuck out to me the most.
He's like a shitty Tinder match. Like he's hot, and then you're like, he kind of sucks. And then you're like, okay, maybe they're okay. And then at the end of the day, they just suck again. And you're like, why did I waste my time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went for Marley because when we meet Marley at the beginning of season 4 and she's all singing Chasing Pavements and wearing her newsboy cap, we're all like,
oh God, I forgot about the newsboy cap.
They're like, this is the new Rachel. This is the new protagonist of the show. The show's going in this new direction. Marley's taking the lead. Season 5, she's like an afterthought. So we invest all this time and energy into like, this is Marley. This is our lead. This is our new brunette who can sing. And then here she's just like bullied in a punching bag and just kind of takes it. Then Mercedes is like, don't. And then that's it.
Yeah. I think we all have valid answers.
Yeah, because these characters,
I don't know. I think there's a case for all 5 of them. Like the idea with Unique having pretty much like the best potential. Like Unique and Marley had probably the highest potential going into this season, and also from last season, and also I think season 3 when we met Unique. So like there was a lot with them. Completely broken up. Kitty, like she had some sort of character development and then she's just gone. Like
she dated an OG Glee clubber.
Yeah, but we don't really even care about that because also she was like really rude about it, but then it was like, oh, it's okay. But then Artie like had a drafted text
to break up
with her. So so like there's a good case for all of them, I think.
Oh my gosh. In the Gleeboot, they're like, you're embarrassed to date a wheelchair user. And he's like, no, I'm embarrassed to date Artie because he sucks.
I don't know why I'm into him.
And you could also argue that Jake was a big waste because in terms of representation, the black male characters that we've had are Matthew, who had spiders exited in his ear and one line.
And then he transferred to the different school.
We had the guy that Mercedes dated, Shane, who just kind of got cheated on.
And wasn't he a no?
There was also a bully, a black bully.
Yeah, there was a bully.
But it wasn't Shane.
It wasn't Shane. Shane, just remember that SNL skit where Emma Stone is the woman in a gay porn and she's like trying to be a serious actress and get her character. And the director is like, she has no past, no present, no future. She exists to be cheated on. And that's what I feel about Shane. So
that's kind of it, right? So far.
Yeah, I feel bad if I'm like missing someone, but there definitely hasn't been like a major black male character.
No.
Like someone posted something for Pride with a bunch of like with all the Glee gay guys, and they're all white.
Yeah.
Kurt, Sebastian, Blaine. Blaine is presumed to be white, even though Darren Criss is half Filipino.
Are there any in New York?
No.
Well, I mean,
No.
there are probably.
I mean, you know what I mean.
Yeah, because
Um,
there's Telly. So Telly Long played the hot warbler, and he could have been gay, and he's Asian.
yeah.
That's because Telly Long is gay in IRL. But
Yeah, no.
Mm-mm.
That's crazy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
All right. So that's the end of that's the character category. We didn't do adults because that would just be like, is it Will or Sue this time? What's worse, suspending a girl for not wearing a bikini or having an active caning policy?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they're both like, I mean, one does like psychological and physical damage. The other does psychological damage.
But
Yeah,
is it
a lot.
worse to do the damage and think that you're doing good, or to do the damage and know that you're kind of being bad? Because I feel like Sue knows that she
I
is
say that's worse.
a terrible person.
That's worse. When you know you're terrible and you're making no effort to change your being terrible, that is worse. I know that's a hot take, but whenever someone's like, I'm an asshole to everyone, I'm like, that doesn't make it better. That just means like
You're an asshole.
you're just always an asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get into story for our episodes. So our episodes of this season are 20 episodes. We have Love, Love, Love. Tina confronts Artie and Kitty about hiding their relationship. Tina in the Sky with Diamonds. Tina is shamed by the writers of Glee at prom. The Quarterback, the heart-wrenching tribute to Finn Hudson. A Katie or a Gaga. The two genders are established. Tina is a Gaga. The End of Twerk. The End of Twerk. Tina films Blaine twerking. Moving Out. Tina's acting dreams are ignored during Billy Joel week. Puppet Master. Tina catches Blaine having a sexualized puppet fantasy about her. Previously unaired Christmas special. Tina is obsessed with winning a plastic angel in this non-canon episode. Frenemies. Tina feuds with her best friend, Artie, for valedictorian. Trio. Tina does a lock-in with Blaine and Sam and worries about growing apart. City of Angels. Tina finally has her moment in the sun at Nationals and rocks it. 100. The Glee Club is ending and Tina tells Marley about smuggling meat in her vagina. New Directions. Tina feels lost when it comes to graduation, but she gets into Brown. New York. They reboot Glee and Tina is not there. Evil is real. Bash. Rachel quits NYADA and is too ashamed to tell Tina, who drove like 3 hours to help Rachel get into NYADA. Tested. Artie gets an STI and Tina is not there to admonish him. Opening night. Tina is back and I guess Rachel plays Fanny on Broadway. The backup plan. Rachel throws away her Broadway career because Tina isn't there to stop her. Old Dog New Tricks. Rachel tries to rebrand, but without Tina's help. #foolish. The Untitled Rachel Berry Project. Rachel tries to get a show, but Tina isn't in it, so it will fail. I have decided the protagonist of Glee is they cannot make it Rachel. They can't tell me it's Rachel. It's Tina.
This spread is incredible. There are only 2 episodes that do not get any votes, I believe, across the board, either from us or from listeners. It is The End of Twerk and the Untitled Rachel Berry Project. Neither of them got any votes.
Wow.
Which, is valid. The End of Twerk, horrible premise for an episode.
Yeah.
The Untitled Rachel Berry Project, biggest snooze fest to go out to end. Like, that's the worst season finale we've had.
Oh,
Hands
yeah,
down.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the winner is The Quarterback, which does not surprise me. I think we all 3 of us voted for it too.
Yeah.
Like, it's emotionally charged. And from what I remember, like, it was a fine episode. It
was a good tribute episode. You don't have the same
Yeah.
expectations of a tribute episode as you do like a regular mid-season episode, right? Like it's not about like a super clear plot structure. It's about seeing how these characters respond and using music in this case to help us kind of mourn.
Yeah. Yeah,
31
so
votes from the audience.
31
yeah.
votes.
Wow.
The next one is the 100th episode, 100 Glee Club ending, and then Goop and Glinda are there.
But I think Goop shows up at the very end
Yeah.
of the 100. This is also where they sing "Keep Holding On" again. This is where they're doing all the same songs again.
This is not the one where the two women team up.
No,
Goop.
they
Okay,
decide
that's
to
the
team up
next
at
one.
the end.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this one has 19 votes.
Yeah. So it's like, it's not really a close second. It's like pretty far behind.
But it's a
because the
clear
rest of
second.
this, yes, but the rest of the spread is so crazy. The next one we have is City of Angels with 10 votes.
It's a Nationals episode. Those are always
It makes
solid.
sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
With 6 votes,
No, then-
Trio.
but the next is 8 New Directions. That is the one.
Oh,
with
I didn't
the-
even see that. Yeah.
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 That's also
Which
where
makes
Tina
sense.
gets into Brown.
Then Trio, Tina making out with Sam.
Which is interesting because that is like one of our lowest listened episodes in this season.
Oh, maybe there's something wrong with us.
And then
next
tied
after
with
that,
that one is Katie or Gaga.
yeah.
Which, I kind of like enjoyed that episode in a perverse way. Not perverse, but like, I'm not going to be like, this was great content, but I was like, okay, this is a bananas premise. Hopefully they'll explain it to me. They don't. Okay.
I ended up picking the quarterback, Puppet Master, and Katie or Gaga. And I picked Katie or Gaga because it was the only other one that vividly stood out to me.
It had strong visuals.
Wait, so did you and I
Yes.
pick all the same
I
ones?
think so.
I don't think that's ever happened.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
we did. Yeah, because
Wow.
because Cullen chose City of Angels, right?
Yeah.
So after Katie or Gaga and Trio, we have Love, 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 which
that's a bold choice.
I mean, that's the proposal episode.
Yeah.
So I guess that makes sense. None of them else
Then
have 5. So next is
Tina
Tina in the Sky with Diamonds.
Tina in the Sky with Diamonds, Moving Out.
So that's
previously
2,
unaired
like,
Christmas.
What?
Yeah, those 4
What?
people have to explain themselves.
Because that is bottom of the barrel Glee to me.
Yeah, so
And-
Tina in the Sky with Diamonds and Moving Out, those are 2 like musical tribute
Yeah.
episodes.
Frenemies. I hated that one. I
Yeah,
know you
that,
guys were okay
like,
with it.
That's the
only
one
thing-
with Artie and Tina, right?
Yeah, and Kurt and Elliot, but mainly Rachel and Santana.
Rachel
Yeah,
decides to move
okay.
out. I specifically remember this episode because Rachel goes to Elliot's and is like wants to move in
Uh-huh.
with him. That's the only thing that
Yeah.
I remember from that episode.
Yeah, I think like what Alyssa and I had kind of thought was that like it was kind of interesting the fact that like these young women are acting the exact same petty way they would be in high school, and it's just like
Mhm.
fascinating for some reason.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I get it.
We
And
have
then after that,
3 votes for Puppet Master.
wow. Well, I mean, What Does the Fox Say is a horrible song. So, you know what? I understand. But again, it's like one of the most vivid. I could probably recite a majority of the plot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not
true.
going to right now. Don't put me on blast. But like, it's one of the most vivid ones that stands out because the rest of it honestly just feels like filler. Even like the
We-
Nationals episode.
We referenced Puppet Master so much
So much.
after it happened. I was like, okay, this has to be one of the top 3 because we referenced it so much.
Because it's so insane.
It is.
Yeah.
It's absolutely bonkers.
And then tied with Puppet Master is Opening Night, which
Like, makes sense, I guess.
I almost voted for that as for myself, but I think the Sue presence The Sue
Yeah.
plot line and the fact that they split up Rachel's solo with Sue. made me decide not
Yes.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we have a few two ones with 2 votes. We have Old Dog New Tricks. They like seeing Rachel dragged by those dogs, I think. And we have New York. Okay.
I almost voted for Old Dog's New Tricks. Almost. But mostly
I did
just
too. Mostly because of like that visual of Rachel falling to the ground and just being like dragged off by the dogs. And I was like,
Yeah.
kind of like
It was like an oddly fun episode, but it didn't really make sense at all.
at all.
And then we have the bottom, 1 vote for Bash, 1 vote for Tested, 1 vote for the backup plan, which really gives you the vibe of the whole Glee 2.0. These episodes are not top score. The top score of Glee 2.0 is opening night with 3 votes.
Oh yeah. So Glee 2.0 really we didn't give any of our episodes to it.
No.
Or votes,
No.
right? Yeah, no.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I mean, although so whoever voted for Tested, please explain.
Yeah.
America,
we wanna know.
explain.
Maybe they're anti-Klain.
Oh, I
Maybe
mean,
that's it.
I mean, they are really toxic. And it's like, I mean, I don't want to like judge someone else's relationship, but I mean, they aren't real people.
Maybe
but,
they
like,
enjoy seeing Artie like on the chopping block.
Oh, maybe.
That could be
Maybe
it.
they enjoyed the Julie trapped in that musical number against her will.
Maybe Julie voted for this. And she's like, yeah, I sang really awkwardly.
So when it comes to our votes, we have we have the quarterback, Puppet Master, 2 votes for Katie or Gaga, and 1 vote for City of Angels. I considered voting for Katie or Gaga too.
So why did you end up going with City of Angels?
Mainly because of More Than a Feeling in the performance.
Interesting. All right.
Literally cannot conjure that memory.
I also cannot.
Well, that and because I love Lady Gaga and Katy Perry, but none of those covers, except I've listened to the Wide Awake one a few times, but I'm rarely gonna go to one of those covers over the original.
I don't think I will ever return to any covers from season 5.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely not. Yeah.
I
did
can't
not
think
pick
of a
these
single one.
episodes
Not even the Billy
based
Joel
on the
songs.
covers. Well, do you know the reason why I picked Katie or Gaga? Because that's when Elliot shows up.
Yes, exactly. Because I remember his performance really vividly.
Yes.
And I remember the Gagas doing Katie
Yeah. So here's what I have a embarrassing playlist. It's called Writing. And it was for technically multiple projects, but it was mainly for writing fan fiction. And this is where I would put Glee songs. And if I were to pick, this list wouldn't be the same if I made it right now. This was made like when I was in college. But for season 5, I think it has Pompeii, Let It Be. We'll see. We have a lot of Brave, Breakaway. And I think that's it. Let's see if there's anything more from season 5, but no, that's yeah, that's it.
I think another thing that stands out about City of Angels is that there was that interesting stuff with
Bert and Carol.
Yeah, especially
Yeah.
Carol.
Mhm.
How she was kind of like coping with Finn's death still, and how she wanted to do this for him, kind of honor his memory, but then she kind of like snaps at Tina.
Yeah,
which it was really interesting. It was really complex, I think.
That was an interesting scene.
Sometimes I feel like Bert and Carol are like from another show that's like really emotionally
a
complex.
better written show.
They're from like a HBO miniseries of
Yes, about losing they lost a teen son,
after
they still
losing
have
2 of their partners,
another teen son. Yeah That's what it is. Okay, actually, maybe we should do a spinoff with them.
Yes.
So my sister texted me this. So I don't know if you've heard the rumors. The rumors that are maybe true. They're pretty widespread, but I don't know if that's true. So Beanie is leaving. Beanie and Jane Lynch are leaving Funny Girl.
What?
Yes.
Already?
September. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so maybe Rachel was kind of onto something. 'Cause-
Well, there's a strong rumor that Lea Michele will be replacing her.
no.
What?
Yeah.
No.
And my sister sent me this tweet. I asked my sister about the importance of Lea Michele being in Funny Girl. She said it's like giving Thanos the last Infinity Stone.
Yeah, she's gonna destroy the world.
Like my coworker sent it to me, and I'm like, we're in the darkest timeline. And then like she made a deal with the devil. I'm like, maybe that devil was Ryan Murphy, and that TikTok was right, and this was all a complex, orchestrated way to give Lea Michele a redemption arc.
Oh yeah, that's right. Nene Felstein had she got COVID.
Yeah,
so she took a little bit of time off.
She got COVID, and she hasn't been getting great reviews, and the production's not doing very well. So
okay, but I do have to agree with some stuff that I think was mentioned in Glee's episodes about Funny Girl.
like,
is
why
that,
revive it?
yeah, why?
Mhm.
Also, Lea Michele looks so different in this photo that I'm looking at her in. She does not look like the same person.
She looks very different. Yes.
I'm not going to say anything else, but she looks very different.
So yeah. So
I like her outfit though.
So obviously, like, a few episodes really stood out.
Wait, hold on really quick. This New York Post article. I'm sorry. The first line is, "This rumor is no laughing matter for Lea Michele fans." Fans? That's a strong word.
She has them. There are many Lea Michele fan accounts on Instagram. Yeah, but yeah, so there were a few strong episodes. But like, yeah, like, because I considered opening night, I considered Katie Gaga, I considered, but I don't think any of these others I even considered.
Yeah, no. It was maybe out of 5 for me that I was like, okay, what are my top 3? The rest of them don't even make the cut of top 5. Like, well,
and I think
that's the nature of top 5,
but I think you can kind of see it in the audience votes too, because they're so spread out. And so the only standout is the quarterback, and then 100, which was more of like a shout out to old Glee fans. It didn't have much to do with like current storylines because there weren't many.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I
think that's why it didn't even make my list.
Yeah, I actually don't think it was a very good episode, and I didn't like a lot of the repeats, but so our next section is Best Tina Moment. This is spread out. We got 1 vote for when she won the Christmas tree decorating contest, when she got that angel. We have 2 votes for when she made out with Sam. We have some Cena shippers. Or just make out with that hot guy. Make out with that hot guy and then be done. Good for you, Tina. When she got into Brown, got 3 votes. We love education. She got 5 votes for when she used the porta potty. Just like, get your priorities straight. Ty, 7 votes each for when she caught Blaine fetishizing her as a puppet. Sweet revenge. And when she had her chum's fantasy.
I do not remember the chum's fantasy. What is this?
That's like when she hits her head on the trophy.
Oh, the friends thing.
Friends.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I hated that because I hated the wig she was wearing. Also, I hated the idea of her having a friend. Again, hitting her head and then hallucinating. Like, it's a Tina trope. A ta-ta-ta Tina trope.
Tina trope. We're making that a page on TV tropes.
I definitely thought that for some reason Chums was like a cereal and Tina was fantasizing about.
Ooh,
cereal?
It's like Captain Crunch shaped like halves of fish.
It's giving chum bucket.
Yeah.
It's giving Flappy Bird energy. But 13 votes for when she won prom queen.
I mean,
That feels cruel because wasn't it just staged so she could get slushied? I don't think she actually won.
yeah, but also like that kind of goes to show the this is a complete reach, but it shows the difference between like how we value these two things, education or winning prom queen. Just like Tina said, like colleges love that you were one prom queen, and then it's like, actually no, it shows that you're like a horrible bitch or something like that.
Yeah.
It's just that it's a dichotomy.
You know, it
Prom
also,
queen or college graduate.
I don't actually remember why she won. I just remember that being prom queen was like she kind of turned into a nasty person for it.
it's because Bree set it up so she could have Dottie pour slushy on her.
Yeah.
Dottie Cacciatore.
Yeah. So here's my thing. I just realized that the McKinley High School has not had a valid or accurate prom queen election in the entire run of the show.
Yup.
So what you're
The
saying is these
corruption.
Glee kids are corrupting everything.
Yeah, the corruption, the dishonesty, the fraud.
But only for prom queen, not for prom king.
Well, I think they staged prom king when Kurt won.
Yeah,
And then they
Kropsky, right?
staged it with Rachel, I'm sure, to make sure Finn won with her.
Didn't he win queen?
Kurt won queen,
did.
but Karofsky won king,
Mm-hmm.
which I think was intentional. So I think Finn and Karofsky were intentional, but I guess no one cared enough this year.
Interesting.
Stoner Brett.
It's all
won.
rigged.
It's all rigged. Justice for the potential prom queens of McKinley High School.
I think they got their justice. They didn't have to become prom queen.
Let's do the music.
Well, did you say our votes?
Oh, our
Yeah, we
votes,
got to do our
We
votes.
got all three said when Tina got into Brown.
Yeah.
Pro education.
We love education. We love feminism. We love women bettering themselves.
But also,
Yes.
like, she wasn't punished for this decision. She didn't get
Yeah.
slushied. She didn't
She just
get
got written off the show.
shamed. She wasn't fetishized.
It was literally like actually a good thing that happened to Tina. Like a
Getting
real
written off the
good
show
thing.
is the best thing that's ever happened to her.
Yeah, get away from these people. Show up to Rachel's opening night, dance around in a gay bar, and go home and like live a normal life. I almost voted for when she caught Blaine fetishizing her as a puppet because, you know, that must have felt like she could finally stop feeling bad about it. But, you know, again, I wasn't sure if she ever truly felt bad about it. So I went with getting into Brown.
I was like, are we going snarky or are we going actually a good moment for Tina? Because
Mhm.
Brown is an actual good moment. But if we were going snarky, I would have done the porta potty because I thought that was hilarious. But like I said, an actual good moment for Tina. I could not pass it up.
All right. Next we go into the music. The first question, most hallucinogenic number. This season felt like a fever dream I could not wake up from. And so let's see what the audience thinks. We got 2 votes for applause where the Glee Club wears weird Gaga outfits.
Yeah, it's weird.
It is.
2 votes for nasty / Rhythm Nation where Jake has a gas leak fueled sex driven fantasy.
Okay, but this was a banger of a number.
It was.
I love this number. And then we have 4 votes for You're My Best Friend, a gas leak fueled puppet number. Also 4 votes for Love Fool when Rachel Has a Nightmare.
Totally forgot about that one.
5 votes for when Blurred Lines when Will twerked with minors. 5 votes for the Chipmunk song, Christmas Don't Be Late, when they sing in high-pitched voices.
I'd forgotten that had
Oh, I
happened.
hated
I had
that.
forgotten every aspect of that episode. I was really like, I had become something better because I had forgotten, and now I'm a horrible person again.
And we have 16 votes for What the Fox Say, a number with fog, forestry, masks, and puppets.
I mean, also, but it's taking place across planes of existence. It's happening as
In
a
New
performance in
York.
this school. It's happening in New York. Like, why?
True.
That I was hallucinating.
And then some nominees that didn't get any votes. Roar when they have an elaborate half-naked jungle dance number. Party All the Time when Goop took over the animal husbandry club with a foam party. And American Boy when Kurt grabs his crotch.
I just want to just reiterate again. Party All the Time, every once in a while will still get stuck in my head. I think I like it.
So what were our votes?
So I wonder if someone took this very seriously, this prompt. Because there were 2 votes for What the Fox Say, which is a number in which people do or a number in an episode in which people hallucinate. But then the other one that was picked was You're My Best Friend, which is a hallucination. Alyssa, is there something you'd like to say to the class?
That was me. It was literally between these two. And I was like, I'm going with the one that's an actual hallucination.
I knew it. No, I think
I went with the most hallucinogenic, and then I'm like, I can't believe that this is happening in the same timeline as me. Like in the same world where like the Habsburgs ruled over Austria and I was born to my parents and people made the movie Pocahontas. In the same world, there was a soundstage where these actors were lip syncing to What the Fox Say with these puppets, and they were pumping in smoke, and they had animal things, they were hiding in grass. Like actors had to do all of this. And this is the same world where like people built the pyramids. The same world, the same timeline, these things happened. Like Cleopatra lived in the same world as the Glee cover of What the Fox Say. I will never recover from that.
I second what Cullen said. Oh gosh. So the way that our ballot has organized worst song could not be more terrible.
I know.
Also there's like 30 responses, so it's like someone submitted the ballot before they finished.
8
Actually
people.
multiple people.
Yeah, I think they're just like, I'm not writing shit down, I'm only clicking boxes.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
I'm like valid.
So let's see, 8 votes I believe for Blurred Lines, but someone else's vote was also What the Fox Say. So 8 votes for Blurred Lines.
Oh, we have 2 more, so it's 11 for Blurred Lines.
Oh my goodness. Someone said Shaking My Head. I agree. I didn't like that one. That's the Mercedes number.
Yeah. So, okay, right now Blurred Lines is in the lead. We have a lot of votes for What the Fox Say. So let's see. 9. Yeah.
Yeah. There's one for Pompeii.
Yeah. Those are the 2 leaders. We have 2 for the Rose.
Yeah, which is interesting. There's, I think, 2 or 3 for the Chipmunk song.
Yeah.
I'm the Greatest Star, Rachel's version, because this one says Kurt's version was better.
The entire soundtrack of the Christmas episode. Fair.
I think what's interesting about the Greatest Star one is that Kurt did that as like was it an audition song or just for fun? I don't know. But Rachel's is literally part of the musical in which it premieres, and like it was not good. So yeah, this is
Yeah, shaking my head did get one.
American Boy got 1 vote.
Yeah, one vote, but 4 exclamation points.
So that counts as 10 votes.
Yeah, Chipmunk song had a few. Yeah, so that's kind of a lot of like, I mean, Blurred Lines and What the Fox Say are just clearly, and then the followed by the Chipmunk song, which
I agree with that.
Yeah. So our ballot, I'm the only one who followed the directions. Worst song, singular. But everyone said Blurred Lines. I mean, duh. Like Blurred
Yeah.
Lines.
the song's already bad, and then in
Yeah.
the Glee context, it's worse, and then in a Will cover Glee context,
And like Will being ignorant of like what the song is about.
you know, kind of like how he's ignorant of proper
Everything.
protocols as a judge on a dance show.
Ooh, yikes. Who else said the Chipmunk song?
I said the
Cullen.
Chipmunk song.
Mm-hmm.
That was bad because mainly
You
as I
Are
watched
Woman.
it, I thought about how if I had made my parents watch that Christmas episode, I would have been disowned.
It's
So-
not even. It's not even them. Like,
Yeah, it's probably just the original version.
yeah, pretty sure it is. Like, it sounds
Yeah,
exactly
and
the
then
same.
Alyssa, I'm guessing you voted for You Are Woman, I Am Man.
Yeah, I hated that.
I
I
forgot
hated
that
that
song
song.
existed. I do
Yeah.
remember that because that's the one with Mr. Fantastic.
Yep.
Well, see, so
Mhm.
the thing about that
Not-
song is
Not
Rachel-
John Krasinski, the Ian Grufford version.
Yeah.
of-
Yeah.
Rachel did a good job performing that song, but it
Did
definitely.
she? I don't think she did.
I watched it and was like, okay, she's good, but it made me think, oh, why are they doing this musical?
Yeah, it's like I don't know much about the musical, but from what I understand, it's just like it seems antiquated in such a way that like, what are we getting from this?
Yeah,
As a
because they're
culture.
even like antiquated musicals like Oklahoma, they like redo and like even without changing the script, like they're changing the staging and stuff to
Yeah,
kind of like send a different message.
yeah,
Or like examine it, but like all these funny girl revivals in Glee and IRL don't seem to be really challenging the text.
yeah.
Mm-mm.
It's just built on like, I feel like at the time it was kind of like boundary pushing and kind of a new way to look at like a female lead in a musical theater piece. So I think people are just going off of that. But like, unfortunately for the Joss Whedons and J.K. Rowlings of the world, time marches on and things that used to be super progressive aren't that progressive anymore.
I also think that like maybe they're like the show, like Glee was banking on Rachel's connection to Barbara Streisand, and then IRL they're banking on the fact that like it was an anniversary of when the musical had premiered.
But like,
essentially.
who cares about that? Like, just to be honest, like, who's living their life? Like, ooh, funny girl anniversary.
Probably
you know?
some Broadway people, like probably some
Rachel
niche
Berry
Broadway
would
people.
be, yeah.
But like a Broadway show is so huge and expensive. It's not just like Disney being like, oh, it's the anniversary of the Little Mermaid. We're gonna pop it in the El Capitan, and people can pay ridiculous amounts of money to see a movie they've seen a million times, but it will make it fun for them. You know, like
Yeah. I have to say that like we know these are rumors, but if Leah Michelle were to replace Beanie Fieldstein, like Leah Michelle doesn't seem to have great comedic timing, and we know she's not really like a lover of improv. So like I just don't know how she's going to be in a role that's like supposed to be somewhat comedic.
yeah, it's like I almost want to see it because I've only really, you know, people say she was funny in Scream Queens. I haven't watched all of it.
I
so
don't
it's
think
like-
she was. I think it was honestly, I think it was the writing. Like I think there are some moments in Glee where she can be funny, but I think it's a lot of the writing. And that stuff is like early writing of Glee, where
Yeah.
like there would be some funnier moments. And I think that's how she was in Scream Queens.
Interesting.
Yeah. Okay, so now let's do the best 3 songs of season 5. Okay. If I hear a repeat, I'll say take a note so then we can see what's winning. Here Comes the Sun. Very literal. If I Die Young, of course, amazing. Make You Feel My Love. I mean, those are some great choices.
Yeah.
I'm the Greatest Star. Hot take. More Than a
Yeah.
Feeling, I'm with you. And IDK, feel that. The Rose, unpopular opinion, I know.
Yeah.
Most of EPs 9 through 13. Don't quote
9.
me on that. I said most, not all.
Okay, so let's see.
What are 9 and 13?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Frenemies, Trio, City of Angels, 100, and
New Directions.
New Directions, right?
Well, there's too many. I can't handle that.
Yeah.
That's
So Frenemies.
Okay.
I don't even remember. I trust you, person.
I don't.
Breakaway, which I did play as the last song of a musical theater radio show, so I can't throw shade to that. Raise Your Glass. It does make more sense for the New Directions and the Warblers. Just Give Me a Reason. Okay, sure, Jan. Don't Rain on My Parade, Santana's version.
It was really good. I totally forgot about that. Yeah, I think that was a good one.
Mr. Roboto / Counting Stars.
I happened to see that one on the hosts.
Ooh.
And then Be Okay.
Be Okay, Santana made Rachel bearable.
I agree with the second sentiment there. But I don't like that cover.
Don't Rain on My Parade, Santana. That's our first
Yep.
repeat. Gloria, I Believe in a Thing Called Love.
Oh yeah, I Believe in a Thing Called Love was really weird and energetic.
Yeah.
Kurt and Star Child, right?
Yeah.
Climbing all around the guitar
store
shop.
that
Yeah.
was clearly in LA. Yes. Just the Way You Are. Okay.
Just the Way You Are. I mean, who doesn't love a good Billy Joel song? Although I would prefer to just listen to Billy Joel.
Jumpin'. Okay.
I honestly don't remember the cover.
I don't know what that is.
It's okay. Pompeii.
I thought that one was strange.
We have Breakaway again. Another 2 votes for Breakaway.
Ooh, Toxic 2.0.
Toxic 2.0. Okay, valid.
Yeah.
All of Me. Snooze Fest. I don't know. Nasty / Rhythm Nation. Great choice.
Okay, yeah.
Love's a Battlefield. Okay.
That one was fun. The choreography was kind of interesting.
I
believe in a thing called love.
2 votes for that. So we have a 3-way tie right now between Breakaway, Don't Rain on My Parade, Santana's version, and I Believe in a Thing Called Love. All right, Rockstar, Moving Out. I still haven't found what I'm looking for. Every time I see Rockstar, I go to Nickelback.
Yep.
Hey Jude, Nasty / Rhythm Nation. 2 votes for that.
Valerie 2.0. Nice.
If I Die Young. 2 votes for that. Loser Like Me, Tina and Sam starting it off. Okay.
The what was it? The classist national anthem.
Yeah, I'm the Vine now. Okay. Holy Trinity reunites Toxic. So 2 votes for Toxic 2.0. If I Die Young. 2 votes for If I Die Young. No, 3, right?
Yeah, 3.
3. I Believe in a Thing Called Love. 3 votes for that.
3.
Don't Rain on My Parade, Santana's version. 3 votes for that. Yesterday. That was the only one they liked all season. Okay.
Wow. Is that the first episode too?
Yeah. That's all they watched. They watched it and they're like, done. Nasty Rhythm Nation. 3rd vote for that one. Gloria. 2nd vote for Gloria.
Girls on Film.
Okay.
Ooh, don't love the context, but I like that song. And the cover's it does the trick.
Runner Up Toxic. Are we counting that as a vote?
Yeah, why not?
No, okay. Make You Feel My Love. I think that's the 2nd vote for that. Hard Day's Night, where Rachel is singing at these people.
Singing about
Work.
the first time she's ever had a job. And that she has already confessed that her parents help her pay the rent.
And then we have More Than a Feeling. Is that the second one? Yeah, that is the second More Than a Feeling.
Yeah.
We have Toxic, Unholy Trinity version. Okay, another vote for Toxic.
Vida Young. I
Fourth vote for that. Brave.
think that's the first vote for Brave, right?
Yeah. Which it's a good cover, so I get it. Okay. Oh boy, this person. Okay, we got Pompeii. That's our second vote for Pompeii.
Werewolves of
Werewolves
London.
of London.
What a choice. What a take.
You've Got to Hide Your Love Away with Kitty and Artie.
This person is pro Artie.
Gloria, second vote for Gloria.
Mhm.
If I Were a Boy. Here Comes the Sun. Second vote for Here Comes the Sun.
You've got to hide your love away again.
Second,
What is with
second
these
vote.
pro Artie people?
I Believe in a Thing Called Love. Second vote
Uh-huh.
for that. Right? Or third?
I think it's third.
Third.
Oh no, I think this is 4.
Are any of you writing this down?
Yeah, I think it's
Okay.
4.
Okay. I realized I just been assuming. I was like, wait. I still haven't found what I'm looking for. Is that our second for that one?
I think so. Second or
Yeah.
third.
I think it's second. Yeah. More Than a Feeling. Another vote for that one.
Mhm.
Just Give Me a Reason. That's its second. It's in the
Mhm.
running now.
And Jumpin'. I
Jumpin'
think that's a
Jumpin' second for Jumpin'.
Ooh, I think Toxic's gonna come out on top. Toxic
got-
or Nasty Rhythm Nation.
We got to vote for Toxic.
Mhm.
Seasons of Love. I still haven't found what I'm looking for. Nasty Rhythm Nation. Yes. Raise Your Glass got its second vote. Whenever I Call You Friend. Okay.
I don't even remember that one.
That was Tina and Artie at the beginning of Frenemies.
Oh boy. Pro Artie people. What is happening?
Broadway Baby. Got to Get You Into My Life. The Chipmunk Song.
You should be
I'm
sorry. You should be sorry. How dare you? Oh my gosh. If you were the one who picked the Chipmunk Song, I think you're the only person. Please leave a comment on our Instagram, send us a DM. We need to hear from you.
Read it, review 5 stars. Give us 5 stars. It's been a long time. Let me check. I'm gonna check right now since when we last got a review on Apple Podcasts. Because that's the only way I know you can get reviews. Do you
I
get
think
reviews on other
so.
places? Yeah, our last one was a year ago from
Wow.
but we have 13 ratings, so I think we've gotten other ratings, they're just not written.
Mm-hmm.
And we're a 5.5 or a 5.0
We are a
out of 5.
5-star podcast, guys. This is 5-star content.
5-star
Wow.
content.
Out of 100.
No, out of 5. We are 5 out of 5.
out of
Nasty
5,
Rhythm
10 out of 10.
Nation.
I think Nasty Rhythm Nation has it.
Doo-wop That Thing.
Oh, okay. That's the first for the list.
If I Were a Boy, that's its second.
Yeah.
People, that's a choice.
Don't remember it.
That's Rachel singing While People Eat Dinner.
Oh.
Seasons of Love,
Yeah.
that's its second vote.
Mm-hmm.
I still haven't found what I'm looking for. Another vote for that one.
Just Give Me a Reason.
Third vote for that.
Mm-hmm.
Colorblind, that was a good song.
Yeah, it was the first one for that. And that's a Amber Riley original,
Yeah.
right?
Rockstar got its second vote. The Greatest Star. And then
Mm.
not in any specific order, Seasons of Love, that's its third. Pompeii, I think that's its third too. Jumpin'.
That's 4.
Are we halfway through yet?
We
We
are
have
almost
one.
done. One
Okay,
more.
okay.
We have Make You Feel My Love. I think that's a
Mhm.
third for that one. Wide Awake. Okay, I
That's
like that.
first.
American Boy.
Is that the first or second?
Yeah, first.
Yeah. So I think Nasty Rhythm Nation has it for listeners.
Did you do the math? Did you?
No, but I'm pretty sure that one is the one that came up the most.
Yeah, I wish
let's
I
go
could
back.
do Control F. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I got
So it got
6.
five votes or 6 votes. Okay. And then Toxic. Let's see. Because I think it was the other
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So I think Nasty Rhythm Nation did win.
I think you're right. Actually, I think it was 5. Yeah, no, 5. Yep. So Toxic and Nasty Rhythm Nation are tied.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so a couple like standout ones for me on this is Colorblind. Totally forgot that happened this season. But also a good pick. And then what was the other one? I Believe in a Thing Called Love also had like multiples.
Yeah.
Same thing with
Yeah.
I still haven't found what I'm looking for. Like a lot of people really like those two, which is yeah, I mean, Girls on Film, that was the other one. I can't believe I forgot that happened, but that was really like 2 or 3 episodes ago.
That was last episode.
Was it last episode?
Yeah.
Guys, it's all blurring together, like blurred lines. But so my picks were Seasons of Love from The Quarterback, Piano Man from Moving Out, and Marry the Night.
Elliot. Well, I feel
Yes.
like
I
the
also have Marry the Night.
Marry the Night is just because Adam Lambert has a great voice, right?
Yes.
Well, yeah.
And he's like swinging on a chandelier. That's kind of
Yeah.
cool.
It's
Also-
it's great.
It's when he's actually Star Child and not
Mhm.
like Elliot in normal clothes. And I don't know why they necessarily made that change. Like, I mean, obviously, like maybe he doesn't want to go out like that all the time.
Well, it's because of Kurt's insecurities. That's why.
Yeah, but it kind of sucks that like, I don't know. I feel like they could have had a really interesting brand, but you know, what was it? Star Child and the Apocalyptics.
Mhm.
Yep.
We should make a fake band t-shirt for that. We should.
So I did If I Were a Boy. I think that was one of the best, most musical moments of this season. That was amazing. I did Nasty Rhythm Nation.
Yeah.
We all know your boy is a basic man. He's a man of the people. I love that. It was fun. Jake was super hot. Brett got to slap him. Marley tried to be sexy. Like
Against
just-
a fence.
yeah, it was just like it's just a banger.
Yeah.
Like it's just
it
like
is.
boom. And then More Than a Feeling, because it was like Tina's big moment, and like her and Blaine both singing really well, and you're just watching it and you're like, they've been wasting Tina's talent.
Yeah.
And it's just they do it really well, and there's like all this like kind of like nostalgia in it. And then I did a shout out to Santana and Rachel in The Quarterback. Like those were both really emotional numbers. I just yeah.
Okay, so y'all are gonna have to say what I did because I don't remember.
You
Actually, I
did,
do, but
what do you say?
I said Marry the Night,
Uh-huh.
and in the Santana song, If I
If
Die
I
Young,
Die Young,
that's
yeah.
what it's called.
And then
And Mr. Roboto.
yeah,
Okay.
Counting Stars. Yes,
Counting
you
Stars, yes.
remember.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I love Santana's like If I Die Young. It was very raw, and she doesn't even finish the whole song because of how like emotionally taxing it was, which was great. And I just really liked Mr. Roboto Counting Stars. I don't understand why, but I liked
remember. Yeah.
it. It was entertaining. It was fun.
And then Marry the Night, like it's a banger.
Yeah.
It slaps.
And it's Elliot. I needed some Elliot representation in my favorite songs.
Yeah, I think the show could have benefited from regular Elliot content, if I'm honest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's like the only
Yes.
level-headed person on that entire planet.
Yeah, I agree.
So yeah,
Wait, is that it? That's the end, right?
that's
Yeah.
the end
I'm
of
just-
the
What?
ballot. Mhm.
We made it through all of season 5 for that.
That hour fix of getting validation and being like, what? You liked that song? All right, I guess.
We did it, guys.
Season 5 is
We made it
officially
to
over.
Season 5. Yeah.
But we do have, we usually do a bonus episode.
And we're still gonna do it.
Get,
We are
we are
going
to read all the Glee books. No.
I mean,
Listen.
that is a potential episode after like maybe a few months after the podcast is over. It's like, hey guys, here's this 85-page book about the Glee characters from season 1. Let's read it and recap.
Convinced that the books are better than the show.
You know what? I'm gonna agree.
Like people are like, oh, do you like Glee? The book is
I love
better
those books. I love those books. They're so good. So yeah, thank you, listeners and former guests of the pod, for filling it out, letting us know what you thought of season 5. Yeah, this was a lot of fun. It's always fun to hear what everyone has to say.
And I love the record turnout.
Yeah,
Yes.
no kidding.
Next time for season 6, for the whole series, actually, we want to get 50 people.
Yes.
I think that's a good,
Yes.
that's
It's
a good number.
goal. Yeah, achievable.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we'll make sure that everyone shares it with their friends. But yeah, so season 6 ballot, or sorry, series ballot, we'd love to have 50 people. So when that comes out, we'll let you know. But we are still going to be coming in for season 6, unfortunately. But next time you listen to Gleeboot, what are we watching, Cullen?
The Glee concert movie.
Finally, this is everything I've ever wanted, because I never got to go because my friend Kyle went without me. I mean, to be fair, like he ended up getting tickets and I couldn't, so it's not his fault. But still, I think if I had gone to this concert, I would have probably had a little bit of a different, I guess, outlook on the show. I think because I would have had that like really cool memory. But we should try to find people who have seen the concert, who went to see it in person. And if you've seen the movie, hit us up on social media, because we want to know your thoughts about it.
Thank you for sticking with us and listening and going on this journey.
Triggered by the word journey.
Oh my gosh, like so much happened and yet so little.
You can follow Gleeboot on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. We are at Gleeboot Pod. You can also follow us on Tumblr, gleebootpod.tumblr.com.
You can follow me on Instagram at CullenEverAfter.
You can follow me on Instagram at a.m.swearingen.
Woo! Nice. Cullen, you look so tired.
I'm like, it's just like it's so surreal to have gotten through 5 seasons of this podcast.
Yeah.
I know.
And that
Yes,
we've been
it is.
doing it for as many years as we've been doing it. Years. We devoted years to Glee.
Yep.
We have devoted, so we're coming
We
up on our
have.
2-year anniversary in like 2-3 weeks. 2 weeks?
Wait, is that our 2-year? Because we started in 2019, 2020. It'd be our 3-year.
Yeah, so I said, right?
You said 2.
years.
You said 2.
I just said 2.
Yeah, I'm like, no, we've been
I
doing
meant
it for a while.
3. Yeah, no, 3 years.
I mean, albeit the first few months we weren't as regular with our content output.
Hannah has dyscalculia too.
I think I do.
So the
yeah,
podcast is Gleeboot, getting on rebooting Glee. Cullen bring all his college friends onto the podcast. Subtitle: We all have dyscalculia. Electric Boogaloo, Tokyo Drift.
Yeah, no, 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, it will be our 3-year anniversary. I think that's why I kept saying 2, is because I was thinking of 2 weeks. Yeah, because July 4th is literally in 2 weeks, which was when we personally experienced 2 earthquakes,
Yeah.
but apparently there was a third one in the middle of the night.
Yes.
I remember just standing in your guys' bathroom, and all of a sudden, like, everything was just kind of like, and I was like, what's going on? And I come out, I was like, what was that? And one of you guys was like, I think that was an earthquake.
I
This was
remember
our first
Cullen.
earthquake.
Yeah, you and I were sitting at the table looking at each other, and we were just like, that was an earthquake.
Yeah, I was like, what's going on? And
I
then
think
another
that's
one
the
happened
last
later.
one that I felt. I haven't felt
Mhm.
any since then.
We've had others.
Yeah, but I just haven't felt them.
Yeah.
Guys, Southern California is sinking into the ocean. The whole tectonic plate is gonna rip off.
Hopefully not in my lifetime.
Yeah, fingers crossed. But
I
that's
was talking with Derek the other day how like we are all Sims, and he's like, God's gonna delete the pool ladder, and I'm like, that's called global warming. My other take was that, this is God's fan fiction, and we're just his cringy OCs. Unless I'm pulled from another fandom. I don't know. Maybe there's a version of me that is like from a supernatural TV show.
Y'all have always said that I have protagonist vibes, so I must be. I must be.
There is a
pulling somewhere.
YA dystopian novel somewhere in the multiverse that God read as a teen, and he's like, Alyssa, it was fun. And it's like, he's like, I'm writing this really massive crossover fic, right? But it's an AU. It's a normal AU, and it has high school AUs inside it. It has coffee shop AUs inside it. It has government AUs inside of it. And he's like, I'm putting Alyssa from the Avenger games, she's going in, she's gonna start in like a school AU. She's gonna spend some time at a subway AU. Like, it's a massive, like, the fanfic website that God writes on is so huge and disorganized. Like, his profile has so many fics, and like they're all interconnected, and like, how do you keep track of this?
and there are musical numbers
They're musical
without the
numbers.
lyrics,
Yeah.
like the Glee books.
Someone is writing the Glee books as part of their story or their backstory in God's fan fiction.
Oh boy.
Jesus is his self-insert.
I mean, you could say that about the Bible, I guess.
Yeah.
The
Amazing.
Bible is just God fan fiction.
Someone's reading it and they're like, God, did you put yourself in this fan fiction? And he's like, that's not, it's a me, it's supposed to be me, it's supposed to be my son. You're like,
Clearly
okay.
it's my son.
Seems like the same person. He's like, well, that will be a controversial take later on in the fic.
Well, that was the religion corner.
That was the religion corner that we so often have. What universe is Leah Michelle from? What if, oh my gosh, here's the thing. What if there is a Rachel Berry in God's universe, right? And he's like, I'm taking a character based off of Rachel Berry and putting it in my fic. And then as an Easter egg, she plays Rachel Berry in a TV show.
I hate that Easter egg. And then he's like, and then I'm going to name the whole event when my son, who is me, is risen Easter. It all comes back around.
But only in this one country where they happen to worship this one goddess named Easter.
Okay, this is getting too much for me to unravel at this point.
Probably
Yeah,
one
God
of
said
his
the same
followers
thing.
on AO3. All right. Tune next week for the concert.
And more tangents.
And more tangents.
Of course.
Of course. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.